Okay, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing here, but we're gonna wing it. This is, I guess, my first reveal of the knife collection I've assembled over the last year and a half. Things heated up a bit during the pandemic. This is not everything. These are the ones I have on this amazing 360 knife block. They are out of San Francisco, and I was on the fence looking at their product for a while. I was trying to figure out the best way to display my knives and in a practical and usable way, but also that takes care of the knives. And looked at a lot of different designs and finally settled on this one, pulled the trigger on it, got it a couple days ago, and I couldn't be happier. This thing is amazing. The finish, you just have to see it in person. This video and my lighting doesn't do it justice, but it's their sort of proprietary finish they do that involves, I think, like iron and vinegar or something. It interacts with the wood. Anyhow, it's badass. This thing's amazing. So here's some of the knives that are on it. I'm gonna start right here. This is a little paring knife from David Beaver Customs, I think out of Southern California. It's a curated, like sort of a resin handle, a little paring knife. Cool little knife. Got this from homebutcher.com, otherwise known as Rodriguez Brothers Butcher Supply out of San Antonio, Texas. Really good people. Found them online when I first got into this game here. Probably should have not found them, but very happy with my collection. So it started with that. I'll show you the knife in a minute that started it all. Moving over here, some of you will recognize the bat. That's the maker's mark of the Grimm Knife Company out of Maine. Grimm, G-R-I-M-M Knife Company. It's two guys, as I understand it, were like professional chefs, got into the knife making business, and they just make really cool stuff. Actually, I'll talk a little bit more about working with them directly in a minute, but look at this handle. This knife, actually, they posted on their Instagram. They did like a little Instagram pop-up on their Instagram videos with 3 different knives for sale, and I just happened to check and saw this thing. It's amazing. The cool thing about this knife too, besides it's just overall badassness, is the Damascus is really a different pattern on each side, which I think is pretty cool. I know some people are into pure symmetry and all that, but this is like 2 different faces on a knife. Pretty cool. So is that knife base. Okay, sorry about my video skills. Cool resin pour in there, like a live edge burl handle, double die, some cool stuff there. The detail works amazing. The cool thing about Grimm, besides their knives being badass, is they throw in a poplar saya with every knife. And that's actually why I bought my first knife from them. Well, not actually from them, from Rodriguez Brothers, but because it had this. I was looking at 2 different brands and 2 different knives, and the saya threw me over the edge. This is another knife from the Grimm boys. This is a really cool, I think it's an 8 1/4, 8 1/2 Giotto. Cool handle, double resin pours in it, a little clear up top, a little dark or solid red down here. Cool details in it. This thing's cuts nice, beautiful. This guy right here is what they call their XL veg cleaver. It looks like a cleaver, but it's ground ultra thin. This thing's a laser. And I commissioned this one from them. I did not buy this from anybody else or from Rodriguez Brothers or Home Butcher. I bought it directly from them. I ordered it, and I actually sent them this handle material. I had a block from Arizona Iron Woodman that I bought that I thought was cool. I'm not even sure what it is, some kind of burl. It's dyed green. I just like the color. So I sent them that, and I said, can you make me this knife with that handle? And I just told them to, do their thing on the detail accents. They did a really cool job. Super easy to deal with. But I wanted this knife to be, the blade to be the star of the show. Look at this thing, it's a beast. This thing is an absolute laser. And it makes shredding a head of cabbage a thing of pure joy. Like ear to ear grins when you're done. So these are all 3 from Grimm Knife Company. They're out of Maine. They're really cool. Very affordable. The work is amazing. Detailed attention. Their sayas or sayas, however you say it, are beautiful. They're simple, clean, and elegant. Oh, hello. This is an Akiri. This is my recent addition. This is from Noah Vachon in Canada, who's an amazing bladesmith, blacksmith, all around, just talented artist guy. Look at this handle material. The colors are amazing. Some kind of, I don't know if it's a curly maple or curly mango. I'm not a wood guy, but I love the way the dye job sort of faded out in places. Just absolutely awesome. And the billet he made this from came from Oblivion Blades in Australia. I think his name is Jez. Another guy following IG. So that was a double bonus. Again, Vachon Knives, Canada. Really cool guy, easy to do business with. And subscribe to his newsletter. That's how I got this. Oh, hello. This, for those who know, either you know or you don't know. If you know, you know. That says DCA. That stands for Don Carlos Andrade of California Custom Cutlery, I believe, out of Southern California. Amazing, amazing maker. I learned about him on eatingtools.com out of New York. Abe, who's a really cool dude. I bought a lot of stuff from. I don't really know him personally, but good to do business with. Seems like a cool dude. This thing was his new paring knife style. It's a G-Carta handle with his custom like signature inlay. I don't forget what that's called or what it's made out of. But it's also got one of his sort of stylistic things as a maker, and that's his hamon. It's amazing. So Don Carlos Andrade. I got this directly from him. I just by pure luck and stumbling into something. What a great guy to work with, and his knives are like, someday I'll get a big boy knife from him. This beautiful thing is from Blenheim Forge in London. It's a slicer. It's a big one. Really cool San Maya construction. There's a lot of detail in the steel here. If you look at the layers and the forging and the etching and the brass, the I don't know. And oak handle. This thing's just really nicely done. Beautiful piece. Love having a European piece. And then that brings us, I guess we'll come all the way around. This guy. This was my first ever commission piece that I ordered from a maker. Right there, holding the home spot on a 360. This is from the 310 Knife Company, 310 Knife Company, out of, I believe, Asheville, North Carolina. The maker is Ryan Pepper. Good dude. That's his maker's mark right there, 310. This is actually a knife I commissioned to be to pair up with the first knife I ever bought. That was like a handmade chef's knife that I bought from the Home Butcher or homebutcher.com, and it was a 310 Giotto. Oh no, Santuco, I don't know. It's this guy right here. It's well used and loved. You can see a little bit of the hamon in there. There's a lot of patina on this blade. This thing is an absolute laser. Cuts like, oh, it's amazing. And so ordered it to be a sort of a matching knife. You can see the handle materials. I think it's cocobolo and spalted tamarind or something. I'm not sure what the black strip is in the middle, but anyhow, awesome knife. So this is the first one I ever bought, and just loved it, fell in love with it, and fell in love with, handmade high carbon steel knives and some stainless steel ones too. But so I assembled this collection. I got a few others that aren't out here from a couple other makers, but this is pretty illustrative of what I got going on. And honestly, this knife block is ridiculous. Like how smooth. There's a lot of weight in knives on this thing right now, and it's not balanced, and the base just spins. The knives don't move. It's like the quality of this piece, the weight of it's shocking at first. It's got like a 10-pound base in it, stainless steel and ball bearings. But the knives don't move, they just spin, and no friction at all. What a beautiful piece. Anyhow, so that's a tour of my knives, at least this batch of them. Thank you to 360 Knife Block for a beautiful piece. I couldn't find a better way or think of a better way to display these knives in a practical and usable way. So awesome job. Great that you're in California, American made. Awesome. Thank you.